One thing I'm really coming to terms with is that many men, not all, but many men think they want an independent woman until they find one. Just from my experience, the last couple of men I have dated, I think, some of these men have thought that they have really struck the jackpot, that they found this woman that is strong and has her own things, can mostly take care of herself. I can step in and help her in some ways, but mostly she has a lot that she can provide for me. And they really like that until they start to feel emasculated, because an independent woman won't put up with a lot because she doesn't need to. She has her own. And not just her own place, not just her own job, not just her own vehicle, but she has her own emotional security. She has her own social circle. She has ways that she can get by without needing to be necessarily codependent, or she can really regulate her own emotions, that she doesn't need to rely on her partner to validate her. She validates herself. And I think a lot of men get really intimidated by that because they don't know then where they fall and where they fit in her life. And a woman like that will expose a lot of their vulnerabilities and their weaknesses because they don't really know where they fit in her life. And that type of woman doesn't really put up with a whole lot. She expects them to be on their top game too, and raising up to meet her standards. And if he can't do that, he feels really exposed and vulnerable around her. He really starts to see a lot of his weaknesses and where he needs to grow, and he feels really exposed in her presence if he doesn't come up to those standards. I know one thing my ex said to me a lot is, I constantly feel like I'm trying to catch up with you and I'm playing catch up, and I just can't quite get there. And I didn't really understand that until recently. I'm like, oh, I think he felt intimidated by me. I think he felt somewhat emasculated. And it's not that I was trying to do those things. I was just being myself. I'm someone who's really strongly in myself. I don't need anyone to validate me. I know exactly who I am. I know exactly what I want. And I'm beginning to understand what I deserve in life. And for someone who's really, a man who's really insecure and doesn't have much for themselves, that can make them feel really exposed. And, so many men really think they want an independent woman until they find one. What do you think, Phoenixes? Have you had similar experiences with the men in your life? Share below. I'm interested to know. And if you like this kind of topic, please subscribe. All right. Love you, Phoenixes. Keep rising and don't lower your standards for anyone. If you know who you are and you know who you want, don't be discouraged by the men you intimidate. There's going to be a strong man out there who's going to want your light, your successes. He's going to want you to stand by him to build with you and not feel like he's beneath you or that he feels like you're pulling him down. All right. Love you guys. Keep rising. Love you so much. Bye.